I guess what I picture is just some of the videos that I've seen. Makeshift, like, tented areas for the treatment units.
Only go in once.
Gravel, dirt roads leading up to some sort of structure where people are separated, and whether or not there's beds for those people in the rooms or if it's just a mattress on the ground. It might be difficult to know exactly what to say and to make them feel comforted, you know, the last few moments of their life.
Hello. How are you? My name is Lindsey. What's your first name?
George.
George. Can I call you George, or you want me to call you Mr. Gamacho? Okay, I'm going to go with George then.
My name is Lindsey Hallen. I'm an emergency room nurse at Lenox Hill Hospital here in New York City. We had been doing training at work, what to do if we got an Ebola patient. And so I became interested in everything I read said that they need more help. Anyone who's willing and able should be going to West Africa. I am a new nurse, so I don't have a ton of experience, but I think the work that's being done over there doesn't require you to be an expert in your field. You know, they need so much help in so many different places.
In Sierra Leone, our efforts are still focused very much on the urgent. We have Ebola treatment units. We also have community care clinics. We're working in a maternity hospital. The group that Lindsey's deploying with, 13 of them are going to Sierra Leone.
The preparation, I've pretty much left to the last minute. I've gone to the drugstore several times and walked through to see what I could possibly need. It's hard to know what you're going to need and what you don't need, and you don't want to pack too much, but you want to have enough. You know, I live alone. I don't have children. I think it would be a much harder decision to make if you know, you had an immediate family that you were leaving for that amount of time. My headlight, I don't know exactly the location I'll be, so there might not be electricity. Malaria pills and Cipro. It's my understanding that, say, if you're working at the Ebola treatment unit, the amount of time that you're in the personal protective equipment, PPE, is supposed to be limited to less than 45 minutes at a time. You have to wonder, like, how much are you actually doing when you're in there for 45 minutes? And then the process of donning and doffing is taking longer than the actual patient care. It'll just be interesting to see how that whole process works. Feels a little heavy. Not very comfortable at all, but it'll work.
So you can take this with you if you want, the whole family picture.
I wanted to make sure she had thought it through, including things like watching people die, you know, and not just the threat of getting Ebola, but the experience that she would have. I knew it would be very, you know, it would have a dramatic impact on her.
Mostly what I'm scared about is that I'll, not necessarily that I could potentially be infected and have symptoms of Ebola. I think there is a small chance of that, but I'm not worried about it. Working in the emergency room, I've seen a lot of deaths, and I always think I don't have the right to be upset about this because it could be worse. And I think after this experience, I'm a little bit worried that that will grow and it'll be harder to process things and feel things that maybe I should feel, and you know, just because I've gotten so good at pushing it away, I guess.